together in the Three Doctors, very successfully, I think, that Pat and I became tremendous friends. And I think it was I who persuaded him that it'd be a good idea if he came with me to a convention in the United States of America. This particular convention was held in Chicago. Somebody gave me as a present a water pistol, and Pat had been singularly rude about me, in jest, of course, and he called me the most dreadful things, and I hit him from about 12 paces in the eye with the water pistol. This got a tremendously good reaction. And in the next session, somebody had given Pat an even bigger water pistol, and he got me in the ear from about 30 paces. This went on for the whole of the convention until I eventually finished up with a water pistol that carried a 5-gallon drum of water on my back and an enormous water pistol about this big, and I got him from the back of the convention hall with deadly accuracy. But unfortunately, this was ruined by Pat's perspicacity by taking out an enormous golf umbrella and covering himself with it. So we kept this going all the time at conventions. We had this sort of love-hate relationship. The two doctors always like that against each other. Later, of course, we worked together in the Five Doctors, and it was wonderful to work with them again.
I love them. I love that story so much. I wish that they had lived on into our time now, or that we had the technology back during that time that we have now with cell phones and everything, where you could record everything. Because if something like that happened at a convention now, somebody would have a recording of it, and we could actually see that. Because it sounds hilarious. I always love the rapport between Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee. I mean, you could tell they were friends, but how they playfully picked at each other. I love seeing actual footage of them picking at each other at conventions, but I love hearing stories about it. Usually from John, of their little, playful jesting feud they had. I love that. It's so much fun, and that sounds hilarious. Of just it escalating with each time another one has a bigger water gun. And it's so easy for me to imagine, John with the giant backpack full of water and the giant, like, super soaker gun unloading, and Patrick just not even paying him much mind. Somebody's happened to, Pertwee's back there with another water gun, and Patrick just, oh, is he? Take out this giant, like, beach umbrella, and just opening it up and holding it behind him, and not even looking back, just opens it up, holds it behind him like this, and pays attention to whatever's going on. He's just ignoring it as the water's splashing off of it and bouncing everywhere. And Patrick's just like, do. I can picture that in my head, and it kills me every time. It absolutely just kills me every time. I would love to have seen that. It just sounds like such a Patrick thing to do. That I love those stories. I just adore them. Just like I love listening to John talk about how he got Patrick interested into conning with him. He gives the story of how they got invited to a convention, and Pat didn't used to like to do them, but then John took him with him, and Pat noticed they kept getting all the free stuff. He's like, does this happen a lot? And John's like, yeah, the gifts, the free food, yeah. Patrick was like, Said Patrick called him a few days later. So, are you going to any more of those? I love that. It's so much fun to see just the playful banter these two had with each other, and I like to see things like that. I wish we had some of that on tape. I wish we could have seen some of these antics in action. But it's a lot of fun. It's a wonderful story. I saw it recently. This, of course, that scene is from the Troughton years, which the YouTube channel they have that on is put these back on. I can read it to you. Sci-Fi Renegade Productions is the name of the YouTube channel where he has all of the Pertwee excerpts from the Troughton years. If you want to look that up, and it's about 8.5, just under 8.5 minutes long. It's a lot of fun, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. Stories like this just make me smile. I love listening to, especially the classic actors, talk about Doctor Who. It's so much fun to watch these old interviews with them. So I want to know what you thought of this little story So comment down below. And if you've ever heard it before, if it's news to you, so comment down below and tell me your thoughts on it. If it gave you a good chuckle or put a smile on your face, because it certainly put one on mine. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support me on that. That's down there. My P.O. box is down there. A link to my Amazon wish list, my Amazon UK wish list is also down there. I want to give a shout out to Colin Coney and Sam Venning, two of my top tier patrons. I appreciate their support as I do the support of all of my patrons and YouTube members. Most importantly, thank you for watching.